Hey, what's up? It's me, Lofi, and today I'm gonna be covering 5 useful unlocks for every Ironman that is starting out on a fresh account. Now, before I begin, of course, there's this efficiency guide for all Ironman, and then the most efficient route is already been laid out for you, so you can just ignore this video. But for everyone who is not following a guide, I think these following 5 unlocks are very helpful. Now, for me, the very first thing that I felt like unlocking was teleportation to Varrock, Valador, Lumbridge, just a basic teleportation. Like if you're just starting out, you have 1 agility. You have to walk everywhere, and I know it's being reworked, so you have to walk less and you can run more, but still, having that teleportation, for me it was such a game changer. Just being able to teleport from Valador to Varrock, for example, and not have to walk, very good. But that does mean that you have to get your magic level up to level 37, at least for Valador teleport, and that can be difficult on a fresh account, so maybe it's not the first thing you do on your account, but if you have the money and you can buy runes, or you already have the runes for some reason, then I would heavily suggest to invest into magic, because teleportation is good. Now, just very quickly on how to get runes early on an Ironman, my advice would be Guardians of the Rift. The runes you get from Guardians of the Rift is just, it will supply you for a very long time. Even runes that you cannot craft yet, you get them from the Reward Guardian, and then before you know it, you're swimming in 500 nature runes, a couple of 100 law runes. They just accumulate somehow. And if not going for Guardians of the Rift, you know, just buy them from a shop, so you just have to make money. And how you make money? You know, many ways, but this video is not about making money, so just figure it out. But okay, number 2. Dueling rings. My god, the dueling ring is so overpowered for early Ironman. I cannot... Like, I had to experience it for myself, but just being able to teleport to Varrock's Enclave and then recharge your run energy, while also having a bank and multiple other teleports to, you know, Edgeville, Alcarid, and probably some other places as well, was just mind-bending. Now, to unlock this, you do need level 27 crafting, which again doesn't sound like much, but on a fresh account it can be a bit daunting. And that's not all, because if you want to turn an emerald ring into a ring of dueling, you need level 27 magic. But if you already leveled your magic for the teleportation spells, you know, you already have this magic level. But still, 27 crafting, 27 mage, you do need those. And yeah, how you get those to level 27? Figure it out. But I do know how to get some early gems. And mind you, it's not the fastest method and it's very inefficient. You know, maybe you shouldn't listen to me, but if you just spend a few hours star mining, you can buy so many of these gem bags. And in these gem bags you get the gems, and considering that 1 ring of dueling gives you 8 teleports, like if you get 50 emeralds, you have so many teleports. It's pretty much unlimited. Well, it's not, but yes, it's unlimited. I mean, if you use 50 dueling rings, you know, the time that has passed, you have probably leveled some more skills, and you can probably get some more emeralds quite easy, so it's in a sense unlimited. Now, unlock number 3. The Ardougne Cloak. You know, getting to Ardougne and that region can be a bit difficult. Of course, you have minigame teleports to like get there sometimes, but they are on a timer. It's just not what you want, right? And the Ardougne Cape just has unlimited teleports to the Ardougne Monastery, and then you are in that region, right? That whole region is now all of a sudden accessible to you. And if not for that cape and minigame teleports, what is the other way of getting to Ardougne in that region? Maybe a spirit tree, but then yeah, you also first have to travel there. And yeah, probably people with more game knowledge know ways of getting to Ardougne quite quickly without an Ardougne cape, but you know, nevertheless, an Ardougne cape is just one of those items. It's just so handy. You cannot deny it, right? Now, it's a very common item, so that's why I didn't brought it up first, but yeah, it's a good item. Now, number 4, and that's gonna be agility. I know, not the most favorite skill for most of us, but I mean, I like it, but still, this sort of comes back to the first point I made, and that is teleportation. Is even if you unlock all the teleportation, you still have to walk/run to different locations, right? Now, if you are following a efficiency guide, specifically made for Ironman, the guide sort of never lets you walk too far. They always make you recharge your run energy, or they have ways of not wasting your time. But if you're not following a guide, the amount of time that you're gonna walk because you forgot an item, or all of a sudden you do have to go to this place which you didn't anticipate it, and yeah, now you're walking, wasting time. Trust me, I've been there. Now, I know they are gonna rework agility and the drain rate and recharge rate of run energy, so who knows, maybe in a few weeks months, this tip is not that viable anymore. But still, just training your agility a little bit, it helps. Even if you're only doing it to level 30 or 40, it still makes a significant improvement, even with those lower levels. Now you can also, and this is what I did, go for full graceful. Now, if you guys know me, I am not a fan of full graceful. I almost never wear it. But if you don't have all the teleportation methods unlocked, you are gonna be walking a lot. And you also don't have a stamina pool in your POH, right? Maybe you now have dueling rings so you can recharge your run at Ferox Enclave. But still, and here it is, I think having graceful still kind of handy on a early level Ironman. Now I understand it's kind of a waste of time, sort of, because you can just work your way towards better teleports, a higher construction level. All this time that you spent getting agility, you know, if you like training agility, it's not really a waste. To me, you're sort of passively working towards graceful while you're training agility. So for me, it was a win-win. But if you don't enjoy doing agility, be careful, and maybe getting full graceful is not the most worth. And for the last one, and this one has steeper requirements, but for number 5, it's gonna be fairy rings. I think we all understand how useful fairy rings are, right? Like, we all know that it unlocks so many places to teleport to. It's such a nice unlock to have for your account, no matter in what stage of the game you're in. And if you already have the Ardon cloak, like I suggested, you now also have a slightly fast way of getting to a fairy ring. I know it's not the fastest, but still, it doesn't take that much time to go to the fairy ring from the Ardon Monastery, and then you have all these places where you can teleport to. But yeah, like I said, it's not something you set as a number 1 goal. It takes a little bit of time to reach this point in your account to unlock these things. For example, you need 31 crafting. You know, yeah, I just mentioned 27 crafting for the dueling ring, so you know, I guess you're up there already. But overall, I think it's very manageable. Like, the requirements are not the hardest to get, really. And the quest can give you a bit of a headache with that part where you have to retrieve an item for that stupid mage. And then you can get lucky or unlucky and it takes a long time. But still, in the end, I think it's worth it. Fairy rings, OP. So yeah, there it is, 5 useful unlocks for every fresh Ironman. I really hope that these things weren't too generic. I know Ardon Cloak and Fairy Rings, you know, everyone knows that you just unlock those things, so I'm sorry if it was a bit too generic, but I just used my game knowledge to tell you guys what I personally went through on my Ironman. So, and yeah, this video again is a bit experimental, just like the one I did where I was discussing what I learned from maxing. I kind of want to go into these narrative kind of videos combined with the usual series that I do, whatever it is, Ironman, maxing, leagues. Leagues is coming up. I'm planning on doing a league series. Now what my goal in leagues is, who knows. I will always be doing series, but I think I also want to try these narrative kind of videos. Maybe not guides per se, but just talking about RuneScape and getting excited about it. Because yeah, that's what I am. Excited about old school RuneScape. Aren't we all? So yeah, I guess there's only one thing to say, and that is,